Okay. It is.
Mother was dear.
You're right.
That's who I.
It's 10:02 and we are back in session, Richland County. We've been joined by Charlene Newman. And what have you got for us?
We need to go into executive session.
Yes, that's right. Would we have a motion to go into executive session to discuss?
Want to go into executive session for all three?
Yes.
Nope.
I think
We're
that's
going to go into executive session for hiring out of our Job and Family Services Department of a public employee.
Are you gonna do all of them?
Yes.
My question. So you got day spring and building
No,
maintenance.
no. This will be just for JFS.
Okay, so you don't want to do all three and just report at the end from all three. You're gonna
Can we?
in and out?
For separate issues, don't we have to come out
I
there?
don't know. That's why I was asking.
I think
I
we
don't-
have to come out because we have to announce to the public the reasons why we're going into executive session. We can't
Okay.
switch the topics, even though it is executive session.
All right.
And I'll second that.
Commissioner Banks?
yes.
Commissioner Rivera?
Yes.
Commissioner Mears?
Yes.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, we are back in session at 10:26. And I would entertain a motion to hire Paula Dillard and Melissa Bales as eligibility referral specialist 2 at $17.51 an hour and be on 9-month probation. Paula will start on the 19th. Melissa will start on September the 2nd.
So move.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it in here.
Well, I thought we'd do that separately because those two are both being hired as eligibility referral specialists, and then we do a second motion for the part-time.
They have the same title.
Not done that before, but that's fine. It's on.
I just thought because one was gonna be part-time, we should maybe do a separate motion, but unless you, okay, go ahead. Okay.
Kathy Gerhart, part-time, hire her as an eligibility referral specialist 2 at 1801, starting August the 9th, 2021. And since she is a rehire, we will not be hiring, not have a probationary period.
Correct.
And let's be clear, this is part-time. There will be no benefits. I know in the public, here's retire, rehire, it sometimes causes concern, which isn't always the case. This is just a part-time basis. This is a good thing.
A wonderful thing.
So I will move.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Hey,
I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day, guys.
Next session.
Hey, Shirley.
Thanks. Hello.
okay, get a motion. We're joined by Clay Christensen, HR, and Michelle Swank from Dayspring. Can we get a motion to go into executive session for discipline and compensation?
Second.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero, Commissioner Mears.
I'm going to give you guys this.
Gotta click, click, click.
Idea was this always. Okay, now I can do it.
Yes, you can.
It is 10:47. We are back in session with the Richland County Board of Commissioners, and we have met with Day Springs and our HR director. And at Day Springs, the director now, I would entertain a motion to pay the director $39.11. The operations manager, $24. The administrative assistant, $18. And this would all go into effect
July 1st.
retroactive till July 1st.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies.
Yes, the 3-day suspension.
Oh, the 3-day, yes. Can I entertain a motion to approve the recommendation of the HR and Michelle on the individual for 3-day suspension for
Not following policy.
not following policy in line with our disciplinary,
Progressive discipline.
progressive disciplinary. Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm going to be gathering it from everyone. Thank you.
I would now entertain a motion to go into executive session. with, Chuck Minnick, who has just joined us in the building maintenance and its union negotiations.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Thanks for coming. Come up to the house.
Yeah.
11:06, and we are back in session. And now for the maintenance department, continue the negotiations and go from there.
Yep, thank you. Thank you.
We now have been joined by Joseph Robertson, and we're going to talk about our debt overview. So Joseph, move up front here. I don't know if you've seen our new,
Is this first time in the new dig?
I like it. It's
Yeah.
really nice, guys.
We're getting there.
It's going well. How are you? I'm Joseph Robertson. Yeah.
We saved on all that bond refunding we
Yeah,
did. That's how we
exactly.
can
Yeah, I
afford
got
the
a
roof.
quick update. I don't really have that much for you. Just a quick little update. Really, the purpose was just to stop in, sort of a recap. Things were really busy there.
if you like to sit.
Oh, you sure? Okay.
Won't be able to see Tony, but
Okay. That's all right.
No one ever wants to see me anyway, so.
Really, the purpose was just to stop in, recap. The end of 2020 was pretty busy, so just wanted to recap. As you recall, we had refunded all the outstanding issues that were out there. We accomplished that goal, everything done. Just looked it up quickly between the Series 19 and the Series 2020 issue. The savings was around about $1.5 million in gross for those two particular issues. So we're in good shape in regard to that. We went through the rating process, as you remember. We were successful in that with Standard & Poor's. We got really positive comments from them. At that time, the rating came back. It reflected a AA minus, which again, I always wish they would change their denotations as it relates to pluses and
I
minuses.
know.
We always think back to grade school, plus was the best, but essentially we're really 2 ratings away from, really the triple. You'd have AA would be the next succession up, AA plus, and then obviously the highest rating there that the issues that. Yeah, it is. It is.
A minus.
AA minus. Yep. So it's we're good there. And then we got the rating report that they gave us, which they had cited quite a good good amount of positive things that were taking place at that point in time. So that was it. We worked with Stacy to make sure that her I know she keeps a compilation of a debt spreadsheet. I know you guys are keenly focused on that.
She loves hearing the
Yeah.
words bond refunding.
Yeah, exactly. She likes it.
She wants to do about 3 more. Isn't that right, Stacy?
Yeah. You know what? I have good news for her. She's going to, I think she's going to like it. She's going to like this. There's nothing right now to refund. So we're not going
She might buy us lunch now, I think.
you never know, guys.
Smile over there.
Lucky.
I don't know if Carl and Al can see that on Zoom, but she's smiling from here.
And I'm looking, according to Bloomberg, we're showing the outstanding principal, but I didn't get a chance to verify this, but we're showing the total outstanding general obligation principal at $23,655,000 even. And that would have been, obviously after the December 1st payments. Stacy's smiling. She's got a spreadsheet. She's going to substantiate it and verify, but it's all principally related to, as we know, the jail financing. But there are a few.
There's some others.
There are some other things in there. In fact, I looked at the purpose here. Let's see here.
Got the dog warden out there.
Yep. There was a facility here for the jail we mentioned, and then the county prosecutor. Did we do some upgrades to that building or something? County prosecutor, including parking and some other
A lot of Gary's.
things. There's also a small piece that was in the 20 issue that relates to a sewer. Is it Eastview?
Wastewater.
Wastewater, excuse me. Yep. But essentially the bulk of that amount that we mentioned is the jail there. So really didn't have anything else to discuss with it. Just I brought the overall debt paint to give to Stacy, which she already knows and has, but I brought that. And I really just wanted to come in and recap. I know everybody was really busy in 20 and we weren't doing a lot of meetings. So it's nice to be back into the meetings and everybody's back in action. So that's positive. And I like the new dibs. Everything looks great.
Well, as we said, once Marilyn was gone, we really could operate at full capacity.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I gotcha. So so that's really it. Unless you had anything for me.
I think
So-
coming in, Joe.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on your new post. So appreciate it.
Hey,
And
hold on.
Media might have some questions for you.
Media just connected.
oh, okay.
So they, online Richland Source and News Journal. So
Okay.
I don't-
Here's the debt
small
paint.
recap.
and WMFD is here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't have the purposes on that. This.
I don't.
Okay.
I have the purposes in that Excel spreadsheet that you gave me.
Yep.
we'll go through it. We'll make sure that sheet you sent us that we reconciled, and I know you worked with Joe, the other Joe on that. I'm pretty sure, to my knowledge, we got it all.
I just know Cliff was talking that we hadn't talked about it, so.
Yeah.
I'd say the majority is jail,
It is.
and then there's a few.
We're gonna throw a celebration when the day comes where we are debt free.
I say the majority is the jail. Roughly what percentage of the 20?
I can get, you know what, if the people are gonna ask, I can get you the exact, let me just look here.
More than half.
Oh, it's more than half.
It's the most.
I would say just right off the top of my head, and I'm just doing this from memory, the jail is in the high teens. So I would say it's probably 18, somewhere between 17.5 and 19 million. And then
3/4 of it.
yeah, 3/4 of it. Correct. That's safe. But I can get the exact amount. It won't take that long to look there. So, and Stacy may have it in this spreadsheet that we worked on too.
When that day comes,
Party time, right?
party time.
Okay, guys, I'm a little confused. Did the meeting to discuss the debt review, has that already taken place?
Review's a strong word, Carl. It was just Joe likes to come in every once in a while and update us. What you missed, sorry for the technical difficulty, is with all our debt outstanding, it's about $23 million, which is discussed our AA minus rating, which again, we're proud to say is the best rating in the history of the county. We'd be a couple away from the best rating. So it's something to shoot for. There should be no bond refunding upcoming, which makes Stacy extremely happy.
Smile.
She smiled on camera from ear to ear. So this was just a quick update, and we're going to continue doing what we're doing, and we're paying down our debt. I'll never say never, but there is no plans at this time to take on any new debt.
Right. The only other thing that we mentioned there was the gross savings from the Series 19 and Series 20 was approximately 1.5 million in gross savings by doing those transactions. After all expenses, the county and its subsequent taxpayers saved approximately 1,500,000.
So we saved about 1.5 mil with the bond refunding.
Which refunding was that? Was that the one 2 years ago or?
Series 19 and Series 20.
The two
There's two of them. That was between the two.
total.
Yeah, if we go back to all the ones we've done, I did not come prepared to give you that, but I can get you a spreadsheet. It's multi-millions. We saved $1 million on the last couple that we did before that. So this is just Series 19 and Series 20 that we're speaking about right here.
Were those primarily for the jail or what?
It was. Mhm. Yep. Primarily for the jail. There was a small piece of it in there for the county prosecutor, a building there, and parking. I guess parking surfaces, right? It would have been parking surfaces and wastewater treatment plant for Eastview. But the majority of the 20 series was correct. It would have been the jail.
And is there any update to the credit rating, the AA minus? Is that updating anytime soon, or what's the status of that?
The way that those ratings work is those ratings are fluid. So Standard & Poor's, that's who we went with the last time, and Moody's though. Although we didn't ask Moody's for a rating last time, those ratings are fluid. So at any time, they can send out a request for information and review the credit rating. As of today, we have not received any requests for that. They're fairly busy. It usually coincides with
The refund.
with what's going on
On debt.
marketplace, but they do assure us that they have somebody internally, multiple people actually internally that are looking at those ratings all the time. Obviously now they would be waiting on the 2020 audit, which we don't have yet, right? We're close
It's
though,
not,
probably.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
close.
So the answer to that would be is typically the heavy review and the heavy lifting from the rating agency's perspective takes place after they get the audits, which if I had to guess, we're 60 days away from that or so for 20. Yeah, approximately 60 days. So they have not sent any correspondence to me, and I don't believe, Stacy, have you received anything from them?
No.
Yeah, so we've had no correspondence with them since the date of the last rating, which was October 16th of 2020. And I typically tell my clients, no news is good news.
And I think somebody said the county's current outstanding debt is around 23 million.
23,655,000 in total, according to Bloomberg. I looked before I left the office here today. We'll verify, but is that close to what you have, Stacy? Stacy's
I
looking
didn't
here.
bring that.
She
one
didn't
up.
pull that spreadsheet up, but that would be the general obligation debt, correct? Which one of the citations in the Standard & Poor's credit report, they give sort of a narrative of the positives and, credit opinion. And two of the comments that they made here was very strong liquidity. So this was speaking back from the report in October 16. They had basically over 8 times governmental debt service coverage in 2019. And they had a strong debt and contingent liability profile, which essentially means for a county of their size and scope, they have a low debt burden.
Translation, we're awesome, Carl.
Carl, you did hear him say that this was the best credit rating that Richland County has ever had.
Yeah, I reported that back at the time, Daryl. Come on.
You can report it again. We like good
Well,
press.
People
Well-
don't remember those things.
Keep hammering
Well,
that.
Well, if I had been in for the beginning of this particular session, I probably could do more with it.
I think
I
you
was-
heard,
Gave you exactly what we said.
maybe you heard a little more.
Yeah, I think you got a little
Didn't
more.
say anything.
I can see the headline. County continues best ever credit rating. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be beautiful?
Or county doesn't turn on Zoom cameras for beginning of credit rating meeting. How about that one?
Well, we have it recorded. We don't have a legal obligation to turn on Zoom cameras.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's a pretty interesting question. The rating agencies, they recognize, when there's a quorum, that it is a public meeting. So that's the fact. In some cases, sometimes counties don't send a quorum just for that reason, because typically, oftentimes, sometimes, particularly as it relates to economic development projects and so forth that are obviously confidential, those are things that.
When your job is to maintain the
Yeah.
the taxpayers' finances, that is a time you don't
Yeah.
want to be secretive. They have a right to know what's going on with their money.
Yeah, and Richland County has always done these meetings in a public meeting. And they're all recorded. The positive in that is anybody that wants to see it can see it. At the same time, based on my experience, a lot of times, the analysts change the scope of their questions and so forth, sometimes to just accommodate, understanding that situation. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Just a general question, I guess, for any of the commissioners, and also you, sir. Describe the current status and your opinion of the county's overall debt. I mean, are we in a good spot, bad spot, same spot we have been? How would you describe it? And what are your
Yep.
thoughts?
You want me to answer?
For the
Yep.
financial,
Well,
you tell.
obviously, just referencing back to the Standard & Poor's report, one of the comments that they made was very strong budgetary flexibility. I'm just reading verbatim what it said. It said, given the current county's current fund balance levels and its tax base, we believe it will maintain very strong flexibility over the next 2 years. And that was before any federal funding would have been received. So, we obviously got some federal funding here this calendar year, like many counties. That was one comment or statement in there. And then the other thing was they felt that the county had, just reading again, in our opinion, so these are opinions from Standard & Poor's, Richland County's liquidity is very strong with total government availability cash at 64.7% of total governmental fund expenditures and 18.6 times governmental debt service coverage in 2019. So essentially what they're saying is the liquidity and the debt coverage position is strong.
So again, translation, Carl, we're awesome.
Tony.
I think just to sum it up, I think the county's in a very positive financial position, just as they were at the end of last year. I would say more so than today.
Oh, that's a beautiful headline, Carl.
Today, yeah.
County in even better financial position than a year ago. Oh my gosh, I just wrote the headline for
It
you.
has something to do with the acquisition of a new commission.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Now-
We agree with that.
They
Now,
do
when
in management here, they always mention it, but they do look at those things. I've had lots of commissioners and clients say they would like the word excellent interjected in there in the management. Standard & Poor's unfortunately will not do that, but they do recognize the working relationship among the various departments, among counties, and Richland County, in my opinion, gets very positive marks for that.
You getting all this, media guys? You make
Yeah,
sure
now,
those pens are
when-
right.
When this headline runs, the subhead will be elected officials, department heads race to commissioners for more funds for 2022.
Yeah, that's the other challenge.
As this board has shown, we have no problem saying no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no's our starting spot.
That is the delicate balance that
We're aware.
I'm glad I'm not.
I'd rather be awesome and have it that way than the other way around. So we can say no as easily as the rest of them.
So, and I'll leave these things with Stacy. So she has them. She already has them on file. Just make it easy for her. So any other questions that might come up, feel free to direct them towards the commissioners or Stacy or me.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, really good stuff.
All right,
Okay,
okay.
thanks, everybody. Yep.
It's 11:22 and we stand adjourned.
Thanks, Joseph.
Hey, seeing you.